Hi, I'm Nicole O'Neil.
I'm Victoria Montano.
And I'm Krissy Marsh, and welcome to my home. I'm going to make something that I make most afternoons. Amazing. It's a kid favourite, it's an adult favourite. It's protein packed, but it also hits the carbs. Now from Miss Italia, we've got two colours of pasta here. Obviously, the dark yellow one is.
Okay, so this one is got cheaper wheat in it.
Yes.
And then if it's a little bit more white, it's durum wheat.
So the paella the pasta, the better, okay? Let's get this right.
So explain to me, what does durum mean?
Oh, let's not get technical.
It's Arabic, right?
Okay, girls.
It's Arabic
whilst
for
you talk about that,
smart ass.
I'm gonna make a skinny bitch. Oh my God, she's spilling my water and I haven't even poured it.
This is Pellegrino in honour of Victoria.
Listen, you know what I like to brush my teeth with?
Oh, please.
This is not an ad for San Pellegrino.
Okay, you do not clean your teeth in that water.
She's
she's skinny bitch, right? And the big thing is with the skinny bitch, always vodka first. Okay, and
so you know how much you're pouring, because Krissy loves to free pour.
I do love to free pour.
Just giving you the warning.
Always fresh lime, okay? And it depends. I don't like a lot of lime, but some people like it quite a bit. And always, if you've got friends around, don't use your hands, okay? But these aren't friends; these are foes. So I'm actually using my hands.
Frenemies.
So she's giving the turtle before.
She's going to give us diarrhea.
We're not going to get
home
any
with gastro
poisoning or anything like that.
We'll be out for a week, but that's okay.
I was too cheap to open the champagne, but I'm actually going to use the champagne in my pasta because I looked in the fridge and I had no white wine open. So girls, here's...
And can I just interject there, Krissy, and say that's a really important point. So people love to deglaze with white wine and red wine. If you have a half bottle of champagne that people haven't finished the night before, you can totally use it in exactly the same way. And also with anything, like to do your jus for your steak or cheers.
It's perfect.
Or your risotto.
Yeah. But the problem is, if my mum's in town, there is never a bottle of champagne that's not drunk unopened.
But Dee Dee's not here. And so there was half a bottle.
And I found one. So this is a super quick recipe. What we're going to do is get a really good quality pan.
And if my straw was a bit dirty.
Oh, never in the Marsh household.
Really? What's that?
Oh my God, that's from my green juice. That's the lime that was just squeezed, Nicole.
No, it wasn't.
Bitch, look, smell it, it's a lime. Okay, this pan I've had for about 25 years. So, you know, if you're getting married on your bridal list, put down some really good quality pans. I'm not going to tell you the brand because I'm not doing an advertisement for them because they never give me a discount on anything.
But it's a very good cast iron pan.
Okay, Nicole, can you generously salt the pasta water and put...
Do we need to put that on for the chicken? Like, does it need to heat?
Yeah, it does need to heat.
On the big flame?
There we go, big flame on. Rapidly boiling water. It's got to be really violently bubbling before you put pasta. Violent.
And do you ever put olive oil?
Violent. Never put olive oil in your pasta. Never, ever, ever. No. And the reason you don't is because if you give it a good stir, you should never have to put additional oil in, but you do need to give it a bit of a stir.
I mean, obviously when it's like linguine or pasta or spaghettini, it's harder and you need to be more diligent with your stirring.
So this is finely chopped onion, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Do it coarsely chopped like this. This is obviously because I'm doing this for you. Normally my onion would not look like this.
Did you want me to stir?
That would be wonderful, Nicole. Wait till the onion's just slightly clear. Translucent, that's the word. Gee, you're so fancy, Nicole. And a lot of people, now, Victoria, you'd probably put the garlic in next, would you? I wouldn't. And the reason
what else are you going to put?
Why I'm not going to put the garlic in next is because I want to start browning the chicken without the garlic
you're doing
really
the chicken.
burning.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
100%. So definitely put the chicken in
next. Now this is a ridiculous amount of chicken. This is a kilo of chicken. You only need half this. But because my boys are bulking at the moment and trying to eat a lot more protein, I'm going to cook a lot more. But let's just, for the purpose of the exercise, only do half tonight. So that's probably a little bit more than half.
That's 3/4, Krissy.
Okay. Now this is the important bit. Don't overly stir it. Drink your skinny bitch and relax, Nicole.
But just referencing your point about when to put the garlic in, I think that's something important to note because cooking is about trial and error.
Yes.
So I think a lot of recipes would say to put the onion and then the garlic and then the chicken. And you might do that following a recipe. And then the next time you make it, you'll be like, oh, that garlic got burnt. You know, so just tweak it. Like you don't have to do everything
by the book.
By the book.
I don't like to put any pepper in, but you do need to get some sort of browning. And this will probably be quite boring now, so we might have to stop this whilst we wait. Shit, why am I putting pepper in? Because I don't put pepper in now. I just put the salt in. I'm so frazzled today. Okay.
Frazzled?
Yeah.
At 9:10, I woke up to be at Victoria's at 9:28.
Okay.
At Stein
and you were
Park.
there. I don't know how you were.
And I was there and I'm like, where is everyone? And I was wearing my Body by Vic jumper and I was ready to go.
So yeah, well that's fine. I rescued a bird before 7 o'clock and worked out. And I was going to work out again for you.
Unbelievable.
Lucky it rained. I love a rain check.
It didn't rain. It actually didn't
And then
rain.
it stopped just before. But
I'm getting my personality now. Everyone is on my skinny bitch. She always wants to take over because she's giving herself #1 title, and I must say her cooking is sensational.
Oh, but it's not #1.
Well,
is yours?
No,
but I think we
Look, everyone's got different skill set. But I must say that my chicken. So about now, I'd probably put the garlic in.
Yep.
So there's no hard and fast rule. This is about 3 cloves.
And did you mince it or
small cloves? And I didn't
crush
dice it. I actually crushed it because I'm not a chef. I'm not great in the kitchen. Don't go sabotaging and putting more oil in. Excuse me. Whose recipe is this?
She's Italian.
I'm just going to put in more oil. I did not say that. I don't just want you to cook the garlic.
I'm just doing a little bit.
No, I want you to mix it around,
you need to release the flavors.
Just release the
Krissy.
flavour and then I'll stir it
mix
through.
it around. She's taking over my recipe. So the big thing with this is to give the chicken a bit of browning because that's what gives it its flavour. And then, like I said, I had a bottle of champagne that was not fully drunk. And I'm going to use that to...
Which is very rare in the Marsh household.
Very, very rare. I don't know what happened that night. Someone must have been very sleepy. Jeez, everyone's a comedian today. Everyone's
so happy I've got the day off.
Yes, I love to be in the kitchen 24/7. But this
Smells
is literally...
good.
What's great about this pasta is you can even make it the day before and then just reheat it. It's super, super easy.
So what's the secret to this pasta?
Secret to this pasta is there's not a lot of ingredients. So we've only put in onion, garlic and chicken. We don't need to use the exhaust, Nicole. It's only going to make bad noise. I know. It gives me bad feng shui, that exhaust. Secret is really sort of getting some heat on the pan, getting a bit of caramelization, and that's where your flavour comes from.
I feel like your chicken might be boiling.
No, it's a bit to do with patience. I don't know why it's boiling like that
it's too
today.
much for the pan.
Yes, probably right.
Because the kids are bulky.
Because the kids are bulky. If I had less in the pan.
There was no patience when I was cooking my fried rice.
Oh, I know. But we're having a skinny bitch and we're gonna actually cut this out because it's just too boring to watch. So the leftover champagne, you can see there's a bit of sizzle, about half a cup. And you can see the colour and your deglazing. See how it's totally changed.
Wow.
And you've really got to evaporate off the alcohol. So the most important thing, like the whole dish is now changed colour. This is where all the flavour, that's why you've got to be a little bit patient. And now, just let it boil.
Smells delicious, Krissy.
Oh, thanks. Let it boil again just to get rid of the alcohol. And that's like 3 minutes or so. And then normally I'll either do, I'll either do stock or cream, or I just do stock on its own. It's whatever. I actually found this in there and it wasn't out of date. So I thought, oh, that's good. It expires in a couple of days. So,
bit of cream. What type of cream is it? Chicken cream, cooking cream?
Can be any cream. This is actually cooking cream, but it can be any cream.
Could you use milk?
You can use, no. You could use sour cream. You can use any type of full cream. Oh, I've never used yogurt because I don't like that tart in a pasta. And you know what? I never put the cream in first, so I don't know why I just did that, but that's fine. Then I put the stock in, but I actually like a really juicy pasta. So I like to have a lot of sauce. Yes, I like to make it saucy.
Saucy.
So I'm going to bring this to the boil.
I'd like to find a spoon.
This is when I actually like to put the pepper in. At this point. When would you do that, Victoria?
Yeah, I usually do it towards the end as well. I'm not a huge pepper fan.
See,
I love pepper.
I love pepper, and all my kids love pepper.
I love pepper too.
So what do I do now? Rather than straining it
Do you
out,
want it
The
cubed? or
flavours
you
are delicious. You feel the.
Do you want it
chicken,
cubed,
that-
or are you happy with a bit of
no, that's
texture?
good. I like that. Nico wouldn't be happy with that.
Oh,
but-
really? Oh, I want to make him happy.
Okay. You might need to cube it. So you could strain this and just be.
It's boiling now.
Yeah, that's perfect. So you could strain this, but I actually like to get a bit of the liquid in because that's what's going to thicken it up and make it really
the
creamy.
starch from the pasta.
Yep, exactly. So don't be afraid to slop a bit of the water in. If you want to be really neat and tidy, you can go and strain it somewhere else, but I couldn't be bothered for that. And a lot of the time I make this of an afternoon. And
Afternoon tea.
afternoon tea for boys, and the kids are starving. So as
I'm not sure if you just covered this off, but this is how you should do every pasta. So every sauce needs the starchy water.
Yeah, the pasta water.
Every sauce.
we'd already covered that. Victoria.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Miss Italia, sorry.
Sorry,
We'd
I
already covered.
was busy cubing.
But
Trust in Italian too.
Yes, exactly. But you know what? Italians know their food, I must say.
I love food.
And they
eating.
know the simplicity of it. They know. So see how this is sort of boiling, nothing's been mixed around. Don't stress, because I like to put this in quite al dente and it's still cooking as we speak. And at this point, I would start to call Nico and he'd go, "Mum, I'm starving. Is the pasta ready?" Now really get it back up to a boil now at this point.
Do I put the tomatoes in?
No, because he actually likes them fresh.
Yeah, I like that too.
So adds that little bit of acidity. But
Beautiful.
look, for kids that don't like anything green, anything red,
Just don't
especially
add.
little kids, like this would be perfect for Theodora.
without
because-
the tomato.
Without the tomato, because it's just a very bland pasta, but you're still getting all your protein, you're getting the onion that they can't see. If you do know that they like broccoli, throw in some broccoli at this stage. If you do know that they like peas, throw in some peas. If you know they don't like any of it, just leave it as is. But the secret now is...
Do you want any more pasta?
No,
water?
that's perfect. Thank you, Nicole. See how glossy it is? I actually like to now turn it off. I like to throw in lashings of
That's delicious.
parsley, and I don't. You can do a side thing where people can put their own parmesan on at the end, but this is it, and then that all soaks through, and then I don't serve it straight away. They start to yell and say, "Oh, Mum, I'm hungry," blah blah blah. I like to put the lid on it now and pretend it's not ready. So let me find a lid. Oh my gosh, it's like a needle in a haystack in this job. Okay, so I'm going to find a lid, put it on. What's wrong? No, don't put it straight down. It'll never come off, Nicole. Oh, see, she thought I was being a noob, but if you put it straight on, it'll never come off. It sucks. It sucks in for some reason. You never get it off again. So leave it like that for a couple of minutes. Finish your skinny bitch. Where are they, girls?
Mine's here.
So this week's topic is about,
Mothers and daughters.
yeah, and we've all got a daughter. How lucky.
Daughter.
And not that
And
everyone...
we all have a mother.
Yeah, and we are all daughters.
Say cheers to that. Very lucky.
We are all lucky.
We are very, very lucky.
So whilst that's sitting there waiting, should we sit down and have a chat? Okay. And then I bring it to the table. Okay, with this tomato, sorry, not everyone likes it. So Milana and Billy aren't fans of the tomato, but Nico loves it. So what I'll do with this is I'll just put this on the table with a spoon in it with some extra parmesan and a little bit of rocket, and you can green it up if you want to. Keep it
beautiful.
plain. Let's see.
Delish.
Because oh my god. Anyone want some parmesan cheese?
So it really absorbed everything while it was sitting there.
But see, there's still liquid there. So when you serve it, see, there's still liquid to make it. Yeah, I like things saucy. How about you?
A little bit of sauciness.
I'm just about not being perfect, you know.
Yeah.
But
Life's too short.
It's, hey, progress is better than perfection.
I agree. I agree. That's what it's all about. And look, now you can get a bit of rocket, throw it on top if you want it. If you want tomato, if you want it plain, however you want it. Look at that. Oh my gosh, seriously. This is why, like, I laugh at myself. I'm the most messy, hopeless cook. But you know what? I cook food for the family and, you know, it's A for effort. Maybe not. You know, maybe if that skinny bitch wasn't so strong, I wouldn't be spilling it so much. So what are we talking about?
Fresh tomatoes.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go plain.
This
I'm
is
going to
what-
go Theodora.
Oh, no, see, I go like this. This is my, oh, I have it, and then I do a bit of this.
You know, I don't like vegetables.
Yes.
And then
You'll know, Victoria, that you don't.
I load it with Parmesan, and right now I'd be having a load of cracked pepper. So you ladies talk amongst yourselves about daughters whilst I get the cracked pepper.
So,
Well, what advice do you give your girls?
I think at different stages in your daughter's life, the advice and the information that you share with them is different.
See, I'm very, very open. I talk very openly to them. I'm very much,
and a place.
yeah, but I'm very much about reputation. I mean, we came
So
from a
am I.
small town, and I said, people don't forget. I mean, I had a girlfriend, she had to marry outside of Australia because she'd shagged a few blokes. And
I think reputation is everything.
reputation is everything, and you know what?
But that's through your behaviour. That's
Yeah,
through.
but save yourself for someone you love. Save yourself, you know. And that's what I think is the saddest thing about this generation and being online.
Hang
and
on, are we talking about sex now?
Yeah.
So you're saying, okay,
Which
I'm following you.
advice that you give your daughter.
Yeah,
and you
I'm
go
following
straight
you.
to sex.
Well, it is really.
So,
Like for me, a lot of the advice I give at Milana is about, you know, keeping yourself. Is about, you know,
but you give your sons the same advice.
totally. And look, I think unfortunately, I wish we were in a perfect world. I wish we had all evolved where, you know, you can do anything and everything at any time. And look, a lot of girls, you know, are free love, whatever goes. But I still am very traditional in that regard.
Oh, you talk a big talk. You talk a big talk sexually. You're actually a prude.
I talk, no, but not that I'm a prude. I don't care what anyone does, but I think it's really important to talk openly about how you feel and you know, what you think about. And I think reputation is an exceptionally important thing. It's not just about a sexual in terms of reputation.
But you know, it's funny because, like, I want my daughters to be strong, independent, intelligent, well-educated women who can stand up on their own. But at the same time, it's so important for me that they remain feminine and they remain women. And I think that at the moment, all these gender roles are all merging into one, which is fine. But I think that if you want to be, you know, we like.
Can I explain it?
Please.
So my dad said to me, I was in foreign exchange. I've always been in male-dominated industries for my entire life. Since I was 17, I worked in foreign exchange. I then went into hospitality, which wasn't so male-dominated, but then in industrial real estate. My dad said there's 3 types of women. First woman is she knows she's a woman, she uses her womanly ways to get what she wants. So work that out. One becomes a bloke, walks around like a bloke, swears like a bloke, basically drinks like a bloke and isn't overly respected. And one realises she's a woman, realises there's no difference whatsoever in the workplace. For me, I've never ever found it difficult being in a male-dominated industry. And I want to show that. And I think that's coming from 4 girls. My dad always said financial independence. And I think all of those things are so important for women. And that's what I'm trying to teach Milana is, you don't need a man for anything, but you've got to yourself, regardless of wanting a man for something, you've got to yourself be financially independent.
The things that I impart to my daughter are slightly different. We're at a more elementary level. But the key thing that, you know, I'm really focusing on with her at the age of 4 is individuality. So that's important to me. I know that's not important to everyone, but that's really important to me. So last week she went to school, her whole body with fake tattoos on, right? She had this dream, she had this vision that she wanted to have tattoos. And I know that, you know, some mums would be like, no, absolutely not, you know, absolutely not. And I was like, you know what, this is fake tattoos. Like, of course she can put some fake tattoos on her body.
Gee, the school's going to hate you.
And I know. And so I let her, you know, do some tattoos on her arms and her leg, and she has a little one on her back, and that was fine. So I always, you know, foster that. She actually wears hair extensions to school every day.
That bright pink.
She has a bright
pink,
like, you know, I just can't say no. So when she's trying to express herself, I'm like, okay, this is just an expression of who she is, you know?
But she's also very polite and respectful.
No, she's a dream
And
come
that's
true.
what's so
She's a dream
amazing.
come true.
Yeah.
So I dropped her off, so that was last week. So I dropped her off to school this week and we walked into the classroom and her teacher said, "Oh, Theodora, you've started a trend." And 4 girls in the class have got tattoos now, fake tattoos.
She's past it though.
No, she's still. So I guess for me at the moment, the lessons I'm trying to teach my daughter are to expression and individuality, but that's just a sign of the age, you know.
You know,
that she's at.
the biggest thing I think my mum was amazing is about kindness.
Yeah.
And I think everyone says, you know, you are, oh, bless you. Jeez, it might have been the pepper.
Mad the sparkling water.
But,
Oh, bless you. Bless you forever.
but I think do you know where bless you came from?
Yeah.
Yes.
The spirits. They
No.
Yes,
You
they
think you were going to
believed.
die?
No, they believed when you basically had not the plague and you sneezed.
Oh, yeah.
They thought that you were going to die,
Die.
so they said
Yeah.
bless you.
Yeah. It was the first time.
Yeah. Well, and that's why they said bless
Yeah.
you, but then they said it was the spirits. Well, they thought it was the spirits coming out of you because you're about to die, and that's when. Anyway, we're so full of information, but what was I trying to say?
Kindness.
Oh, kindness. So I think that everyone says, you know, kindness is, you know, you're born with kindness. I mean,
Would you
know,
say that's a lesson your mother's taught you?
totally, because you know the bully at school? People go, oh, go to the parent. The parent's the bully. That's where the kid's getting it from.
Yeah.
Like, it's, you know, and I think kindness is another thing. It's a taught trait. It's not, you don't wake up being kind, like you don't wake up with being a chef with a spoon in your hand. You actually learn.
Yeah, I think.
Bless you. It's like learning to play tennis. Do you have the plague? Does she have the plague?
She's got the plague.
Should we leave?
Holy hell, I've got a chest infection. She's got the
Oh
plague.
my God, what am I doing here? I'm the only healthy one between you. Oh my goodness.
Lessons my mother has taught me. This is not really profound, but this is
Never
one
walk
that
out
I
without a
live by.
wingtip? Without your lashes?
This is the one that I live by. She always said, everything in moderation, nothing in excess. And I've lived by that my whole life. For saint and sinning reasons, you know. So if I'm having a sneaky cigarette, fine, everything in moderation, you know. And that's with everything in life. So I think that was the main, she's taught me a lot of lessons, but that's something that it echoes in my ear every day in most decisions that I make, you know. How about you guys?
I think that one of the lessons that I've taken from my mother is that, you know, obviously you've got to treat everyone with the same respect that you want to be treated with, and that's regardless of whoever that person is.
I always say,
Whether they work for
can't
you
make
or you
the
work for
rules
them.
and then break the rules.
That's it. Whether they work for you, or you know, staff in a restaurant, whatever, or someone who is your boss. You treat everyone with that same respect that you expect them to treat you. And I think that if you live your life with that, everything sort of filters through.
So I built my business on that.
Yeah.
That was my only thing for my business. You know how people do huge mission statements and all that. Mine was respect.
That's
You treat your staff, you treat your
But
colleagues.
also you treat yourself.
Yes.
You treat yourself.
Yes, that's
Like,
a big
if,
thing.
If you know that you have a big day tomorrow or a big meeting, treat yourself with the respect that you deserve to be in the best shape possible for that meeting.
And take it easy, and that's the thing. That's the hard thing about being a mother as well. Is a lot of the time you don't have the liberty of giving time to yourself, and you end up being the last one on the run. And I look at my mum, and I'm sure you guys are the same. And I look at what my mum gave and what my mum did, and what you do as a mum. And I look, you know, Johnny can jump on a plane and have no dad guilt. And I'm like, what comes with that mother's guilt is such a rare thing. But I think that's what makes you a nurturer. That's what makes you a person that cares.
I mean, you live with, you become a mother, and I think you live with one eye and ear open for the rest of your life. I mean, I have a daughter who's on the other side of the world, and I still, I am seeing where she is and what she's up to, and I think my mother still does the same with me.
I always try to explain to people what becoming a mother is like. And this is a little bit of a morbid description, but I know you'll feel what I'm saying. you become a mother and you have, for the rest of your life, just a dull pain in your heart, like of how much you love someone or your children, like the whole time.
It's almost a worry. It's almost a worry that if something's going to happen.
I know, but you can't think
like,
I know.
You're happy and you love them, but there's like always a pain in your chest.
We're mums. We love our mums. We're daughters.
We have daughters.
We're wives. And we're living life.
Part-time life.
Enjoy the pasta. Enjoy your family. Create memories with your family.
I think the
Laugh often.
last message to wrap this all up is be kind to each other.
Woohoo! You love that. Kill them with kindness, as my mum used to say. Cheers, girls. Skinny bitch. Who wants another?
I do.
My shout.